Hey, hi, hello. What is up? What is good? We are reading now chapter 135 of Dr. Stone. This one is called Counting, which is pretty basic when it comes to mathematics and the sciences, and basically just having a conceptual understanding of the world around you. I'm sure this refers to all of the people who, as they petrified, as their last act and gesture, stood with their fist up and some amount of fingers raised on their hands. Now, the pattern we saw was like 25005 or something like that. Doesn't seem to be that meaningful to me. And it's unclear what information they would have that SenQ doesn't have that they need to relay to SenQ now. But I'm very excited to find out how this all works because it's way outside my conceptions right now. It's right now just SenQ versus Ibara, the climactic showdown between the two commanders. On the cover page, we have a very cute understanding of how the Mobile Science Lab was animalized, how it was equipped with this furry exterior as to trick all of the unsophisticated island people to thinking it was a big smelly beast. Okay, so how is SenQ alive? The whole island was covered by the petrifying light. Referring to your mighty petrification weapon on the ground there. One I'd be all too happy to take for myself. So this is, everyone is still chasing Orashi. Chrome has given SenQ this valuable piece of information, that the wave is an instant, but propagates slowly. Should I run from the Petri beam's affected area? No, I'd never make it. Okay, that's what I figured, because there's really no way that this is going to come down to SenQ's physical strength and endurance. I think that would be... Oh, I shouldn't be wiping my eyes. I gotta get out of the habit of touching my face. That would be way outside of the kind of premise of this series. What if I stuck my finger in the revival fluid? Then I would revive a second or two later right after turning to stone. Or would the fluid just halt the stone's progress? I didn't know for sure without experimenting first. It's the latter, then only the finger dunked in the fluid wouldn't petrify, it'd fall right off and that'd be that. Oh, that's horrific. We did see that his fingers started to petrify when the light was coming. It almost looked like he was deliberately reaching into it in order to do something. Only move I can make is... So this is when Chrome runs off. The baddest move to make. We gotta line up spaced evenly apart. And Rusui also knows what this means. It hits him. He goes, the length of the mobile lab then. That's an easy estimate. Put that much space between you and whoever's in front. The length of the mobile lab. They're spaced out. The length of the mobile lab. They're all raising their fingers. What? The heck? What? I don't understand. How does this save SenQ? How could any of this add up to saving SenQ? I'm confused. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mobile lapse of 5 meters. Reach out towards the light. When your fingertips start turning into stone, send up a single with your other hand. Ooh, I see, I see. Does it start turning into stone? Send up a signal. Oh, I see, I see. So you can track the speed. Some precise calculations, figure out when the Petri beam will reach him with perfect timing. But still, why? Still, what is... How does that help? Jeez, I feel like I can figure this out. So we know now what they're signaling. How many seconds, I guess, between reaching out and touching it and reaching this farmost point. So then SenQ can see the speed, the changing speed. 5 meters in half a second. Velocity, beam speed is just under 40 kilometers an hour. Okay. These are their final messages. Chrome and Gen and Rusui, among others, I'm sure, who participated. What comes down these signals from us? Wicked calculation, but if anybody crunches those numbers, it's you. Data as precisely as possible. So the 0, what is 0 representing in this case? Over 5? Is it slowing down? Is that what's happening? Oh, I'm still so confused. Okay. So we set up all these signals. Okay, beam speed. Using the least squares method, it's 36 kilometers an hour. So I have about 5.5 seconds before it hits me. Tossing it real high would give me more leeway, but if I miss, it's game over. So it's 3 meters high then. What is he throwing? Whoa! Oh, shit! Oh, I get it now. It's like when Luffy fought Crocodile, and he spat the water out in the air. And then he got mummified by Croc, R.I.P. Croc, different Croc. He got mummified by Croc in the water, rained back down upon him, and revived him. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Because it's like, he didn't really defeat the petrification beam. He still is taking the full force of it. He's just found a way to get around it. Throwing it up, getting petrified, it rains back down upon him. That's so cool. If I toss it straight above me at 33 kilometers an hour, it will reach the 3-meter apex 0.72 seconds later. It will fall and then douse me in exactly 1.8 seconds. Nice, nice. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I get it. I see now how they did it. I love it. That in the end it wasn't some kind of miraculous property of the beam. It wasn't some kind of cheat code type thing. I mean, the fact that he can calculate all of this and throw so precisely is, that's his cheat code level intelligence in action. But it's all within the known properties of what's going on. It's all because he has the revival fluid on him, of course, being a very prepared person, and because of these small insights they had learned about how the petrification wave works. What I gotta do is throw the revival fluid exactly 3 meters high, exactly 4 seconds from now. Too soon I get splashed before I turn to stone, too late, and I'll petrify before I toss it. Okay. Oh, and yes, we know. If there's one thing Senkyu is especially good at, it's counting the seconds. As he lay petrified and counted out 3,700 years worth of seconds. Oh, this is so hype. Oh, man. Oh, could I have figured that out? Is there any way I could have figured that out? It seems so obvious in retrospect. I should have figured it out when he was talking about dipping his finger in the revival fluid. That was nice. It was a last-second clue that he does have the revival fluid on him. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have figured it out. I thought it would be like something else. Okay, he tosses it up. We see his outstretched hand petrify, just as we did in an earlier chapter. Falls back down, smashes on his rock hand. It spreads. He's free. He's back. I love it. That's so hype. He depetrified himself, just as he did so long ago in the initial depetrification. The revival effect actually stops the stone in its tracks. Any parts submerged in the fluid wouldn't turn to stone then. Whoa! So in future battles against Medusa holders, maybe he'll come up with some sort of revival fluid, hydrostatic lotion type thing that you can just douse your body in the revival fluid. It coats you in it. It's always there. Or some sort of like scuba suit, a reverse scuba suit. You can just walk around. Diving in a pool of revival fluid would provide 10 billion% protection from the petri beam. Yeah. But bathing in nitric acid would kill a person anyways. Oh. Well, figure it out. I'm sure you could figure something out. Oh, and he goes and he high fives all of them. But so first, he as well is gonna go bust open Arashi and try to find the Medusa, but he already banged his hand up, smacking all that other stone statue. Oh, of course, thank you. But yeah, Yubaro was one step ahead there. Oh, no, he did this before Yubaro got there, but he couldn't do much about it. So he leaves his fingerprint, or his footprints. He sets up the speaker, which didn't end up working, but it was a really good attempt. It was a smart idea. Just the humble scientist. Dangle that petrification hypertech in front of me. I'm gonna get 10 billion% excited about it. Hypertech. I love that term, hypertech. I mean, it is pretty amazing because we know it is just technology. We saw that one super enticing close-up where you could actually see the circuitry around it. But I'm still wondering, at the end of this arc, will they have their hands on it? Or will it be somehow inaccessible such that future battles aren't just Medusa versus Medusa? And furthermore, what is he going to do against Ibarra here? Ibarra definitely much physically fitter than him, much stronger, much more battle ready, and has closer access to the Medusa if they both just scramble for it. Yeah, he just goes for it. Forgot to mention, while I was waiting around, I took the liberty of crafting some cutting-edge tech, the likes of which Google and Toyota once eager to create themselves. The rebirth of the self-driving car. Is he just going to run him over with the lab? The lab is self-driving now? Oh my gosh. Of course it's not an AI. That would be absolutely absurd. But I'm sure it's like he's rigged up something to push the gas pedal. He jumps on the wire. Yep, the throttle is pulled back. Except not really. Yeah, very Rube Goldberg-esque. But it works out. He jumps on the mobile lab. It's flying towards the Medusa weapon. And that's it. Okay. All right. Ooh, really cool. I'm really, really happy with this solution to how Senkyu rescued himself from petrification. I think that's so cool. That's such an interesting way to get around this. Reminds me of that Luffy Crocodile fight. One of my favorite fights in all of One Piece. Okay. That's all for now. Please join me tomorrow for yet another chapter. Bye-bye.